controlling point of the Canadian Army repatriation system is the operations room at AG2, Canadian Military Headquarters. Here, a superintendent clerk receives from second echelon the serial number and date of arrival of a draft currently on its way to England from the continent. Canadian Reinforcement Unit's headquarters is advised to prepare accommodation for the draft. Full record is kept of the movement through the medium of the huge reporting boards which are the nerve center of AG2. Accommodation at present available at the 11 repat depots is noted, and constant liaison with the Admiralty keeps the ops staff advised of all shipping available to Canadian troops. The names of the ships, their type, their capacity, and possible date of sailing are all inscribed on the shipping board. At a glance, the number of troops in repat centers ready for home and the shipping space available to take them on their way can be determined. Every hour in the 24, last-minute amendments are made by a large and efficient staff. One of the tedious jobs is the keeping up to date of nominal rolls. In making up a draft for Canada, such things as leave, AWL, and sickness must be taken into account, and the records amended accordingly. In this way, every inch of shipping space is used, and more troops are able to leave for home in a shorter space of time. To expedite the dispatch of troops to their proper military districts in Canada, nominal rolls are sent to National Defense Headquarters, Ottawa, by air. Canada is thus prepared to receive the drafts when they arrive in every type of vessel, from palatial liners to aircraft carriers. Constantly taking advantage of every piece of available shipping, AG2 dispatches troops to Canada by almost every means except balloon and submarine. A baby flat top, once used as a grain carrier and plane base, provides comfortable quarters. Perhaps the control room learns that a destroyer is available for a certain number of repats, so the Navy speeds the migration. Sometimes a last-minute opportunity is exploited, making an additional great passenger ship available for the Atlantic crossing. The repat control room at AG2 coordinates the whole program. The result is a smoothly running system which daily increases the flow of veterans back to home sweet home. In their billeting area in Doorn, Holland, the Queen's Own Rifles of Toronto have built a miniature metropolis. Cabbagetown is named after their home city, and the mayor, stovepipe, chapeau, and all, is on a tour of his domain. Elected by his constituents, he is Rifleman Gabriel in Army life. In Cabbagetown, the sergeants do all the work. Oh, happy day. Once it was a German labor camp, but now things have changed. Now huts and streets are named after only the best places in Toronto. With all officials elected, even the Chief Justice, a shining star of democracy is the QOR's Queen City, Cabbagetown. In the Vinkenveen district of Holland, a palatial yachting club is taken over by senior NCOs of the Canadian Army for their very own. Here, man's every whim is catered to, even the pastime of sailing. Boats taken over from Netherlands collaborators get a great workout from happy couples under the Holland sun. In the spacious lounges, sergeants and their girlfriends don't need to close their eyes to imagine themselves in a millionaire's club. Even the bar is well stocked, and not with Calvados or Jerry Rum either. A few quick ones impart that mellow spirit which calls for a few verses of Sweet Adeline, while the lads in the back room are trying to put number 6 in the side pocket. Up on Pottersvolde Lake, near Groningen, the Beaver Yacht Club caters to all other ranks of the Canadian Army. The refreshments are all in the house, so the clubhouse gets a great play from Johnny Canuck on leave. No matter if your choice of nautical locomotion is a kayak or a speedboat, they're all here for the taking. not so hard to wait for that repat draft to move while sailing the hours away at a Holland Yacht Club. With war-crushed Europe facing a winter of starvation, Canada speeds up shipments of essential articles to be distributed through UNRWA. In Toronto, thousands of pounds of canned meat roll from the packing line. Made from a formula designed to utilize meat currently in good supply, its basic ingredient is good red beef. As important as food is the soap necessary to the cleanliness of liberated peoples. 60 million pounds of soap, over and above Canadian needs, is made for shipment to Europe. Most of it is laundry soap, as the main reason for its export is keeping away the germs of disease. Generous-sized bars with 1,000 are cut, ready for shipment. Earlier shipments went to military relief. Now they go direct to UNRWA for distribution. Thus, Canada, through mutual aid, is playing her part in the post-war battle against disease and hunger. In the area north of the Jede-Ems Canal, Germany, the control of 150,000 German soldiers and civilians is in the hands of Canadian troops. An example of the job being done is provided by a day with a patrol from the Régiment de Chaudière. One of the most important tasks is to see that all Germans are provided with the proper identification papers. At control points, vehicles are stopped and Germans required to produce their passes. All vehicles are halted and baggage checked so that loot can be confiscated. At a large German camp in Essen, 2,000 Jerrys are awaiting discharge from the army. Most of them are ordinary members of the Wehrmacht, but all are examined for the telltale tattoo marks under the arm that denote members of the SS. When one is discovered, he is immediately placed under close arrest. In the camp area, good order and military discipline is frequently checked. To make sure that there is no misunderstanding, the Chaudière turn on a demonstration of the weapons which spelled for Germany, kaput. $60,000 Hollanders aid the 2nd Canadian Division in their celebration of Labor Day, 1945. At the Soesterberg Airfield, a grand parade of floats made by various arms of the service and units of the division provide a colorful opening to the festivities. A real Wild West rodeo is a feature event of the day, and you've got to come from the far side of Lake Superior to stand the gas. The Easterners are there, however, with the Guilders when it's posting time for the Labor Day Stakes. The Canucks play the Yanks on the baseball diamond, while on the Midway, all the sideshows are open for business. It might be the Canadian National Exhibition, except for the beverage room set up by the RCE. To round out the day, the jitterbugs get their inning, with plenty of hep chicks and trumpets full of jive. All play and no work is the keynote of the Canadian celebrations in Holland of Labor